I got a call from someone who wanted me to fly my drone to look for their dog that went missing during a hike above the Ventura Botanic Garden. Their dog Stu had chased a deer and then didn't return. They feared Stu was injured or had fallen over the steep cliff above the avenue in West Ventura. I arrived on the ridge overlooking the cliff where Stu might be located. Stu's owner and her friends had already been looking for Stu for a couple hours. I launched my drone and flew along the side of the mountain. I quickly spotted Adam, a friend of the owner, who was searching the hillside for Stu. Then I saw Stu. Stu was on the side of the mountain in a patch of sage scrub. By looking at landmarks, I was able to describe to the owner by cell phone where her dog was located. As she moved towards the area calling Stu by name, Stu heard her and began running in her direction. It turns out that Adam wasn't far from Stu, but neither one knew it due to the steep terrain and thick vegetation. And now Stu is running towards the voice of his owner, who's at the top of the ridge above.
It was the hottest day of the year, and Stu had never run away before. I scoured the hillsides for 2 hours looking for him before Jim came. And at that point, I didn't think we would find him alive. I was completely scraped up from searching through the thick brush and sage, and the longer I spent weeding through it myself, the more sure I was that Stu wasn't going to make it. When Jim came and saw Stu on that screen, I couldn't believe it. I ran to Stu, calling his name, and when he ran into my arms, I felt the most relief and love I ever thought I could experience. I was so glad to have my baby boy back.
It was incredibly emotional when Stu and his owner were reunited at last. I fly drones for a lot of different projects, and they're so useful because they allow us to see the Earth from above. But getting the chance to help save a family's dog is one of the most rewarding flights I've ever made.
I'm so thankful for Jim for saving Stu's life. He was definitely the hero of the day.